Hi Abhishek, welcome to the Archer Media podcast. We're really excited to have you here and talk to you. So, could you start by introducing yourself a little bit and your company?
Sure. Thanks, Ridit. Thanks for having me here. Um, so I'm Abhishek, and I'm the founder and CEO of Quest for Success. So I started this company back in 2013, which helps students who want to prepare for undergraduate studies abroad. So
Okay.
we help them with their test prep, and then we also help them with their entire college application process. So basically it's an end-to-end process where we guide them on their test preps and the tutoring for IB IGCSE curriculum that we have in house.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, we also mentor them and guide them so to help them in applying to some of the world's top universities.
Okay.
So yeah, that's about our company. We are based out of Bangalore,
Okay.
but we have students across India, even outside India. Uh, I'll be glad to tell you we are our 25% students today are even from countries like UAE, USA, and across the world. So thanks to COVID, after COVID, the online business did boom up, and
Mm.
prior to that, we had offline centers in Bangalore. We had 3 offices here, and mainly 80% of our base were Bangalore clients. And we still used to run online classes, but the numbers were less pre-COVID because mostly the acceptance in India was not there very high prior to COVID for online classes. But after COVID, when we turned everything online, and that's where we saw a significant jump in our students, number of students that we could cater to. And yeah, so based out of Bangalore, we are able to cater to, multiple geographies across the world.
That's really interesting. So, right now, is it completely online?
Yes, so right now, as I'm speaking with you, it's completely online. Post 2020, we never went back to the offline model.
Mm-hmm.
One, thanks to Bangalore traffic, we could not go back. Even Bangalore students were not okay. And then once we saw that online has been accepted and we are delivering, in fact, better results than we were delivering during our offline when we were doing offline before COVID. So we did not see any impact in our results, and we could see that we could help more students. So we wanted to stick to this, online module itself.
Okay. And your results are pretty good. I've read and I've heard a lot. So, could you share something around that?
Yeah, so when it comes to our SAT test prep, we are the top three institute in our country in terms of our results. And I think if you see the longevity that we have been doing it for, like for the past 11, 12 years,
Mm-hmm.
we have been able to deliver results year after year. So that is something that's our USP. It's the results. In fact, in the education space, that has to be your USP. So that only attracts our clients to us
Okay.
with the results that we have been able to deliver in the past. Uh, and similarly, even in other segments, our AP test prep, we were the pioneers. I mean, we were the one of the first three in India who started teaching APs back in
Okay.
2013 when it was only limited to those students who wanted to apply to Ivy Leagues that time.
Hmm.
So we took the initiative to start preparing for this exam. And recently, over the last few years, we have also started helping students with their college admission counseling, and we have been able to deliver again top results in that bracket. So across all our segments, whether it's the SAT prep, our AP prep, our IB IGCSE tutoring, all our IB IGCSE tutors, most of them are examiners, they are IB certified. And in our college admission counseling space, we have been able to deliver some of the best results in our country.
Okay. Yeah. And so you have amazing results and you've been doing this almost longer than anyone. What are some recent trends that you're seeing in this industry?
Uh, Look, the aspiring class, or I would say the aspiring students who are looking to go abroad, has significantly increased over the last 7, 8 years. So
Okay.
back then, when I started in 2013, the number of students specifically for undergrad abroad were very less. Uh,
Hmm.
Trend was to do undergrad in India and go for your masters abroad. But over the last 5, 6, 7 years, the trend has changed. and the number of students now going for UG abroad has increased significantly. And what I also see is uh, it's not just about going abroad, but the students are aspiring to go to some of the world's best universities. It's not just for them to, just go abroad for the namesake. So they are
Yeah.
aspiring to go to world's top universities, whether it's the MITs, the Harvard, Stanfords, or the Carnegie Mellons, or the Georgia Techs, and so on. Or even when it comes to UK, like London School of Economics and Cambridge, and so on. So the number of students over the last 5 6 years has increased exponentially in this bracket. Those who are aspiring to go abroad, and the fact that the number of the middle class is also
Yeah.
increasing in
Yeah.
our country over the last 7 8 years. So the after 2016, the salary hikes and everything that has come, thanks to edtech,
There's
thanks
more
to
awareness also.
there's more awareness. I think the jobs today, I mean, you can see freshers earning 20 30 lakhs per year if they have the requisite skill sets. So the number of people, I feel, in the higher income bracket has increased significantly in the last 3 4 years.
Yeah.
um, so they could even send the kids abroad, right? Because it's very
Yeah.
costly to send the kids for UG abroad. But the number of people in that bracket has increased significantly in the last few years.
Okay. And I'm assuming your focus is solely on test prep, or do you also work with their, the interviews and preparation for all that stuff?
So we work on both the sides, test prep when it comes to catering for their SATs and AP exams. That's our test prep side. Then we have our tutoring side where we help students who are in IB IGCSE curriculum, grade
Okay.
9 to grade 12, in helping them with their academics. We have close to 40 plus tutors for IB IGCSE on our platform. And then we have the college admission counseling.
Hmm.
Now, we are not agents, we do not tie up with any universities. So we work non-biasedly with the children to help them get admissions into some of the world's top universities.
Yeah.
So this is unbiased advice that we give because we are not associated or tie up
Hmm.
with any of the institutes. So we have all the
Yeah.
three divisions in-house in our institute.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good. That's like they get access to everything in one
Everything,
place.
everything.
Yeah. Okay. And so you're seeing all these people coming in, like the trend in India, more people want to go out. How has that affected or helped your business?
It's definitely helped, because we are catering to that segment.
Hmm.
Uh, for us, our TAM increases, the number
Yeah.
of people, if they're going abroad, increases. For us, it helps us in getting more students. And also, what we see, it's not just India that we are catering to. As I mentioned, we have students now from the United States, Dubai, Middle East, across the country, across the world. Basically, it's whether it's I have students from South Africa, Brazil, Australia.
Okay.
So because of good technology, because of advancement in technology and online classes getting that boost after COVID, we can, it definitely helped us in the last few years to cater to a wider and larger audience.
Okay. And how are you attracting these people, both in India and worldwide, to
So
your company?
look, because we have been existing for the last 12 years, word of mouth is where gets us the major business.
Okay.
I think today 75% of our clients come from word of mouth.
That's
So it's
a
very
good
simple.
sign.
If one student does well, he or she would go back and refer 10 more people that, they did a good job with us.
Yeah.
Or your relatives or your friends will start coming and asking you, where did you go and
Yeah.
prepare? And so word of mouth is what generates us 75% of our revenue. And the remaining 25% is through our online advertising, through the ads that we run. So,
Okay. Uh,
and we do a lot of these webinars and seminars in schools, outside schools, to tell
okay.
more about, how we can help students in getting into some of the world's best universities.
Okay. So of these like ads and webinar, like of the 25%, what is the thing that's the majority in that besides word of mouth?
Besides word of mouth, doing a lot of these seminars and webinars have definitely helped us because we are able to connect one on one with the parents, the students, and we can answer all their queries instantly. So that is something that gets us the highest clientele,
Yeah,
and
acquisition.
yeah, acquisition. And then the last would be the Google ads that we are running. We are not very active on
Advertise.
Instagram or
Okay.
something. What I feel. So I'm from that. I think previous generation. I don't know, not previous generation exactly, but I'm. We have still to crack our
Yeah.
advertising on Instagram and other social media platforms.
Yeah. And I'm assuming the you going to schools and all that's in the ninth to 12th grade range.
Correct.
Okay, so do you do that just in Bangalore or
No,
do you also?
across India. Last year we did sessions at about 25 schools across India.
Okay,
So these schools invite us every year, and of course they invite us because we have been delivering our results and they see our results, and they know that they are not helping students with SATs or AP test prep,
right,
and they need someone reliable who can help these children for these standardized tests. So based on that, we get a chance to do a seminar for the students where we, more than talking about us, we talk about how what needs to be done to get into world's best universities. So that's what the agenda of the seminar is, and
right.
of course how can we help them in
Hmm.
getting there. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good strategy. So I'm assuming since you said that year after year these schools want you, do you have like a partnership with them or is it just like a every year they just ask you?
Look, it's very simple. As long as you're delivering results, they need you, you need them.
Hmm.
So year after year, as long as their previous batch has done well, and for next year, of course, they will again invite you to do it for this batch. So we have to deliver results.
Yeah.
There's no formal partnership as such, but
Okay.
it's just that it's happening. I mean,
Hmm.
you are doing it. They see the results. It's happening, and again, you get a chance to do this session every year with them.
Okay. And right now, is there any part of the business that you are super focused on?
Uh, Actually, we are focused on all our divisions. So what we have done is, I am not the sole founder. So my brother has also joined me as a co-founder a few
Hmm.
years back.
Okay.
So he looks after the SAT, AP, and the tutoring part along with his wife. So it's a
Okay.
family-run setup, and I focus solely on the college admission counseling,
Okay.
where to strategize with our students one on one, what needs to be done in their profile, what subject selections they need to do, what internships, research opportunities, summer programs, their community
Hmm.
service project. So that's something I work one on one directly with my students,
Okay.
along with my subordinates in my team, but I head that team. So that's where
Okay.
I am superly focused. And my other part of the company, which is the test prep part and the tutoring part, is now headed by my brother. So he looks after that. So, our roles have
Yeah.
been divided and we are able to focus individually on each of the divisions very well so that we do justice in all of these divisions in our company.
Okay. And so, what does your like day to day look like right now?
So, as I look, having been in this industry for the last so many years, I've been fortunate to make a good team now.
Hmm.
So, touch wood, I think we have the lowest attrition in our company. My teachers have been sticking with me for years now. Some for the last 10 years also when I
Oh,
started.
okay.
So now you don't need to tell them or sit with them what exactly needs to be done
Hmm.
and everything because they have been in with me for so many years, right? So and one more thing I've always done is I've hired myself. So I've never had a hiring person to
Oh.
hire for me. So I've been very cautious in hiring,
Hmm.
the right people. So if
Hmm.
you have the right people, the right team, you don't need to micromanage them. So they tend to take care of themselves and they, you know, work equally hard as me, assuming it's their company.
Hmm.
So that I'm fortunate that I don't need to spend that much time there, so I can focus solely on my college counseling, which I am doing with the children. So currently I am working with 100 students, and this counseling is a very customized one-on-one
Yeah.
thing because these acceptance rates in some of the world's top universities have dropped down to a 3, 4, 5%.
Yeah.
So you need to stand out, and and if you see majorly 80% of my students, I don't know how it happens, but they are toppers.
Okay.
So they're very they're trying to achieve very high. They are dreaming for the world's top universities. So it becomes I have to doubly focus with them because the goals and the aspirations are very high.
Yeah.
So 80% of my day, the time that I have is focused on my counseling part, and the balance 20% would be which is the next school where I have to do the session and uh, look up, sit with the marketing team sometimes on the ads or something, and somewhere here and there to look after the operations if they are
Okay.
getting
Yeah.
stuck
So
somewhere.
you're majorly focused on one-on-one with all the students.
Yes, that's
Okay.
my uh, new discovered passion, and it feels amazing when they get these acceptance letters from, some of the
Yeah.
world's best universities. And I feel that's where my USP is as well, because uh, instead of assigning that role,
Yeah,
I
I was
can.
thinking.
It's always easy for me to make a team of 10 and then assign
Mm,
10 students or 20 students under each, which most of the other institutes do, but I feel the impact won't be the same
yeah.
as the effort that I am putting it with the children. So I want to keep it that way for at least now, unless and until I am, as I told you, I recruit myself, so I am very cautious in making my team. So when I get the right people, I would definitely expand and streamline this.
Yeah, I was just thinking that like you as the founder is directly working with all these students. Uh, like for them it's like a unique opportunity. Anywhere else they'll have like counselors and people and sessions and all that stuff. Like working directly with you is like that must help them a lot when they're
I hope
trying
so.
for the top.
I
Yeah,
hope so.
yeah.
So I hope so. Yes.
And so in over the next, let's say 6 to 12 months, is there any big goals that you as a company are trying to achieve?
Look, I take it as it happens. So I don't have numbers in my mind. I never
Mm,
had it. I've never made a balance sheet of my company in the last 12 years. Of course, for filing purpose and everything
yeah.
is a different thing, but I don't look at numbers and this is what we need to achieve in terms of the number side. But what we definitely look at is the results. So I
Mm,
was focused on results from day one, and I'm still focused on results. So I'm okay to cater to this many people, but I want that these many should do well.
mm,
So our entire focus is on the results, and next 12 months I need to do better in my results than what I did last year. So that's our
yeah.
focus.
That's interesting because I talk to a lot of people on the podcast, but I also work with clients elsewhere, and the best clients, the ones that in the test prep at least, uh, they are completely focused on their like data about how many people are getting results, how can we improve that, and they almost don't even know what the marketing is, what the money is. They're like completely focused on that, and the other companies that are solely trying to just grow, they actually can't even compete with them. So it's pretty unique in that way.
And this is how it has to be if you want to do this over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Because as I told you, major business of yours comes from word of mouth.
Mm.
So every child is important for your business and even for that child as well, right? That you are very
Yeah.
important. It's a make or break as a career for him or her.
Yeah.
So as if you do this right way, you will make a very good business in this field, enough for you to live more than a better life, and and gladly you are able to help a lot of people in this journey as well, right? So there's
Yeah.
this double incentive, I would say,
Mm.
working in this field. One, you make a living for yourself, and second, during this journey you are able to help a few thousands of students in achieving their goals.
Yeah, and especially at the level where you are with SATs and AB, that's almost like a pivotal moment for most of these students' lives. And you making a little improvement or a lot of improvement, like it changes their whole
It changes
trajectory.
the whole dynamics. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
A 1550 SAT versus a 1500 SAT is a different ball game as well. So
yeah,
30, 40 points, everything matters. As I told you, the acceptance rates are in single digits in 2, 3, 4%. So the margin of error is very low in today's time. So yeah, you need to doubly focus on these children, and that's what we do,
mm,
so that we are able to deliver those results.
okay. And so So is there like any goal in mind, or is it like completely as it comes?
So the goal, I would say, as I told you, I need to help more and more students in
Mm-hmm.
achieving their dreams. Look, for me, what's important is, can I help you get to one or two level higher than what you would have got by yourself? Then I would say, I had some inputs in your journey.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were, say, at X level, my goal always is, you are targeting this university, you feel you are at this level, can I push you one level up and you can target this university? And of course, we need to improve your skill set, your everything there, so that you are suitable for a
Yeah.
university which is one level higher than what you would have expected to get. So that comes up with lot of effort, lot of work, personalized working with students. So the goal is, next year I want to help as many as as many students as possible in getting to their dream universities.
Mm.
So no numbers as such in mind.
Okay. And a lot of other companies are listening to this podcast. Is there, so you said that 75% of people come through word of mouth. Obviously, getting them results is a big part of that. But there's also strategies on how you tell people to tell their friends, refer. Do you have any of those strategies to get more referrals?
Uh, I mean, once the results come and we speak, we always request if they can put in a Google review for us.
Okay.
They can give a small testimonial to us and refer us in their friends and families. So we do give in a small request to them, and if you see all our Google reviews, everything, every single review is authenticate. Is
Okay.
so yeah, that's how we just request a small favor that we ask them, that if you're happy about what we did for you, just do
Mm.
put in that small review or a token of appreciation for us. So
Okay.
that's what we have been doing, and yeah, they have been, I mean, kind enough to refer us to their friends. So once you see, it's very simple, right? In India, you are competing unless you don't get it. So once you have got it to a good university, then you can start telling everyone, this is where
Yeah. The
this is the guy who helped me, and after
mm.
that, it doesn't matter to you
Yeah.
what's happening. So yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah. It's really the
But sometimes
competition.
when they are in the same grade, and they would not want to recommend, okay, we
Yeah.
have found this person.
They want to keep
So
you a secret.
yeah, probably. So we are getting this services from them. So I mean, that's the competitive mindset that a lot of Indian students have, and Indian parents especially have.
Yeah.
So but we
Yeah.
do start getting those referrals once they have graduated, or
Yeah.
they have got their college, and after that I'm sure that they do refer
Yeah.
us to a lot
And
of
their
students.
their younger siblings and their
Yeah, younger
friends
sibling.
and
I feel younger siblings is again a bigger thing for us. Whoever we have done for the elder one, they've always come back to us for their younger ones as well.
yeah. Yeah, the younger sibling one is something I've seen before. Uh, we had a company in Chennai, I think, and they had the same. They were focused on like one accounts or something, but they every year they had like their younger siblings and their cousins and everyone being sent into the same place to prepare for these exams.
Yeah, because there's the comfort that the parent also gets with
Hmm.
you. They know you, you know them for, you know, this journey is not just 3, 4, 6 months. If they're doing college counseling with us, it's a journey of 1.5 years, 2 years, or 3 years sometimes. So that comfort is there, which is very important. We know, how you are thinking, you know how I am thinking. So that comfort is there. And when you see that he has delivered for your elder one,
Hmm.
it's an obvious choice for you to go back to the same person for the younger one.
Yeah.
And another thing that we have always done is we have kept our pricing very competitive. So
Okay.
it's very easy to get distracted in this industry, because look, I'm catering to the segment, which is earning very high because they're aspiring to send their children abroad. So
Hmm.
you know that they have the pockets to pay, but we have never taken an advantage out of that. Just
Okay.
because I know they have big pockets, how I can take more from there. So that's something we have never done. For us, it's all about seeking value for the services that we are doing, irrespective of your pocket size. And it's a big myth in the study abroad industry that only those who have big pockets are aspiring to go abroad. That was there 10 years back. Last 4 or 5
Okay.
years, I've seen parents, even mortgaging their houses to send their children abroad if they have got acceptance into world's best universities.
Yeah.
So, for us, it's not just about catering to those the biggest pockets and taking more revenue out of them, but it's about creating an impact over a larger audience, right? So whether you come from XYZ family or whatever it is, we have always uh, given equal emphasis on everyone, and even our pricing point of view, we want to create a bigger impact, and not
Hmm.
just to the highest category, which most of our competitors are doing today, and that's
Yeah.
again where we are uniquely positioned. So
Okay.
client always comes like, so they're always like, at this price, how is he able to do so much?
Yeah.
It's just that I feel others are just taking more advantage, and I'm not lower, losing out on anything here.
Okay. Yeah. That's great. Like you have the best results and the lowest price.
Yeah, I
So
would say that.
then everyone is like, it becomes an obvious
So
choice.
that's why we get 80% of our people from word of mouth.
Mm. Okay. And one thing you said earlier in the conversation was around social media. You said that you're not focused on it, or that you've not done any, like you've not
We have
tried
not
to.
been able to, yeah, I think we have not focused much on that, uh, to reach out to a larger audience, so that's something I feel we still need to
Why?
work on.
Why is that?
uh, so when I was teaching, look, I also used to be a teacher before, and
Uh,
while running this company I still used to teach 1 or 2 hours a day. I always told my students not to use Instagram. I always felt it's a bigger distraction.
mm.
So for me to, use that and advertise more on that, I felt was, um, I
But their
mean,
parents,
for I so for us it's all about the students, right? So we always used to tell this is the biggest distraction for them. They are spending one
mm,
hour, 2 hour every day, on that, and no productivity out of it.
mm,
So uh, so I have that, because I was a teacher and heart of a teacher, I somehow was not easy,
yeah,
using and advertising more on these Instagram and all. But what's happening off late is because you can't help when you see all of your competitors and everyone being there, so somehow it becomes sometimes a FOMO, and then you somehow have to do something there. So I'm still not very comfortable,
mm,
but because it's the demand of the market,
yeah.
we are trying that, should we use this and to gain some visibility online.
I mean, like, uh, you are like, because you have the results. It's almost this like you should advertise to
So
on
all we
social
do is
media.
whatever results we get, we just put it on our Instagram page.
Yeah,
But we have never boosted it, or we don't
yeah.
know how
No,
to reach
I,
out to more
yeah,
people. We just go and put our results on the page, uh, which we do on our Google business page or on our
yeah,
website. So similarly, we do it on our Insta page as well. So I think
yeah,
that's what we have been doing. We always just put our results there,
yeah,
and that's how your biggest marketing, right? Results are your biggest marketing. Your students testimonials are your biggest marketing, but
yeah,
where we could work upon probably is how to reach out to more people through those results.
yeah. I mean, besides like the marketing, I was just thinking like, since you have something that's good and it's low price that more people can do, it's almost like a duty that everyone should know about this, and like you should try to um, find ways that more people can find out about you.
True, true, true. I completely agree to this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to work more on our reach side, how we
Hmm.
can reach out to the larger
Have you
audience.
tried anything in the past to?
Uh, I don't think so. All we have been doing it is posting our results online on our
Hmm.
website and Instagram page, and we do some sort of Google ads for our company. So that's all we have been doing it for the last 10 years, and we have been able through just this much we have been able to grow organically. I think 25% year on year CAGR.
Okay,
So
that's
we
pretty
never
good.
felt the need to do more than that when you are actually getting those numbers or
Yeah.
the number of increment in students just through this. But yeah, I see going forward, we need to focus on this area.
And do you have any ideas around how you're doing that, or?
Not as such, not
Hmm.
yet.
And I have this question that I ask everyone, and everyone has super different answers. So I'm curious what your answer will be. Um, if you had like a magic wand and you could solve any one problem in your business right now, what would that?
Uh, Marketing.
Okay.
Uh, so we need to get better at that. I think our operations are doing very well, and everything else is going very well. As you had mentioned, we want to reach out to more people and tell what exactly we are doing.
Okay.
So that's something I feel we have been lacking. Uh, so this is something I would feel that we would want to improve upon, and this is something I want to fix.
Hmm. Okay.
So I've never, I've got offers from magazines, we'll put 2 pages for your company and we'll put your
Yeah.
interviews and pay us 50,000, pay us 1 lakh.
Hmm.
Someone says, come, this is an award show happening and, we'll give you best educator award, and you pay us 2 lakhs. I'm like, we have never done all that nonsense. So credibility is very important for us. Ethics are important. So we have
Yeah.
never used these tantrums in our company.
Um,
uh, we want to do, honestly, which is tough.
yeah.
That's the problem, which is tough
Yeah.
because we want to stick to honesty in this segment, and that's why we are finding it difficult to reach out to larger audience.
Yeah. Yeah, I even had a mentor who used to say, okay, in marketing, always tell the truth, state the facts, be honest. That's the best marketing. You don't like all these like gimmicks and awards. Like if you have them, sure, but like buying and all, I agree. Even I don't like that. And so you said that you've not done any of that. Obviously, though, not the unethical ones, but even other normal ones. Is there a reason why you're not going with
No, there's no
trying?
reason as such. I think there's no reason as such. We need to do it. We know we have to do it. Think we need to sit down and chalk out a plan and see how we need to do this. There's no reason as such that we have not done it.
Yeah, yeah. And any advice that you have for all the companies that are listening in the test prep that you would like to share, or anything that you'd like to share?
Look, you need to focus on the results. Very simple. Your results will speak for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's your best advertising tool. So focus on the results, and if your results are good, you know, as to do marketing, you can go and reach out to 10 people, 100 people, 200 people. But when you deliver results, there will be 200 mouths speaking for you, and they'll be reaching out to 2,000 and 20,000 people there. So I've always believed in that. So I would say focus on delivering good results for the students, and always remember every student is important, every child is important. Parents are paying hard-earned money. They are in one way hoping that you'll do something good for their children. So if it's your moral responsibility as well to do the best for the child that has enrolled in your institute. So if you do the best for them, results will follow. It's the outcome of the process, and if that follows, you will grow.
Mm.
So everyone knows this is a high
Yeah.
incentive business, a high margin business. So
Mm.
everything else will follow. You don't need to chase anything else.
That's very solid advice. So, Abhishek, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks,
It's been
Ridit.
great, and I'm sure that everyone who's listening, they gained a lot of insights, and they realized to like focus on the results, not try to like just chase growth for growth's sake.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks,
Okay.
Ridit.